At the top, Music for a While by Tommy 2000, courtesy of friend of the show, Harrison Spencer. This Is Sick was Tommy Barrass's reaction off there.
It is. Sorry to interrupt. That was sick as, man. Thank you for that. And
Harrison Spencer, thank you so much.
Yeah. Sorry, Matt, continue.
Of Manchester blood, now residing in South London, Tommy 2000 has been touted as ice cold in his flow. I found some really cool syncopation, pulling from many genres, some awesome snare patterns there. Then up next, friend of the show, Dylan Hindle, Void Seeker. Glass bottle hi-hats, winding synths, and smooth boom-back kick snare pattern aid in the song's crescendo. Something very different, but something I quite enjoyed.
Ooh!
Thank you, everyone.
How was your mouth just then? That was crispy, man. Nice announce.
And then Disclosure, What's in Your Head, Thomas?
Yeah, that was me. I just threw that on. It's been a bit of a housey focus of this episode, not on my behalf, just the Mailbags just sent us that way. So thanks, everyone. But what I did notice is that it was really in vogue what we're talking about. Hey, how do you classify all this crazy electronic music? Here's this really cheesy old school stuff that has space, but
trance,
90s
like, Euro.
Yeah, and it's just different, right? But magic. And then what I was talking about before the song break was that more contemporary stuff I've been listening to is washed out. It's got sliding drums, there's new sounds, and then those two songs particularly, and then Disclosure, I feel like championed that movement into new sound, new house sound, new electronic sound, and I feel like it was a really good juxtaposition.
Mate, you couldn't be more spot on. I'd totally agree. I think like touching a little bit more on what you mean by space is I see it like as those trancey songs. It's like, you know, we have focus on is that synth, that building synth, and then we have some really large vocals, and there's space to move around in the song. There's not as many of those clicks and those clacks and the knick-knacks and all these different samples, and those last three songs we heard were very full and that's what the 2010s kind of became, even as early as 2007. But pre-2005, 2000s, 90s, it's like a lot more space, a lot more focused on singular things. Maybe that's a reflection of the internet.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I don't know, but I echo that because it was the long dance back then.
Yep.
You know, you're waiting 2 minutes for one sound. You got to earn it. And they used to earn it by the sounds of it. But ding, ding, you know, it would just, you'd be waiting a minute and a half for that random little sound to come in, and it would mean the whole song changes so much, and that's the great thing. But you're right, all these more modern house songs, there's perks and clicks in every single second, and I think that still creates space in the song because it creates a little undertone
and pockets for you to dive into in different parts, and depending on how you like to listen to music or what you relate to, like certain people love percussion or love vocals, there's something for everyone in them. Yeah,
it's almost when those perks are missing, that is the flash, you know, that you miss out in a bit, and there is a bit of space, and you kind of take a second and go, what's that? And you're back into a really well put together, really balanced EQ modern sound. So thanks for those tracks, you guys, and thanks for the interaction. Really loved it.
Yeah, at PTA.listen if you have any more recommendations. I've really enjoyed recording this episode. It's kind of pretty cool to see people understanding what we're trying to do a little bit and getting on board. It means a lot to me. Yeah,
certainly. We really love your support, and more so, I love having a few more songs in my playlist that are going to get belted on the way home.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom, we touched on a Kedamar track that you were about to play at the back end of this episode. Yeah, and then what else did we have?
We have a track by Chris Stussy called All Night Long, and then I thought as well, I want to fill a few more of the other tracks up on the back end with songs that I might fall in love with, or after the episode I'll realise, that's a good example. So there'll be some other good songs in there for you to lift off to.
TB BT50 surprises. What's that road you were driving
on? Burke Road.
Yeah, Burke Road,
and
TB
Wattle Tree.
BT50.
That's it. So, but what I did want to make mention of in the discussion of this episode is one of my favourite electronic artists from Australia, Morgrab. Morgrab is the man.
Is Morgrab from Australia?
I'm pretty sure he's from Newcastle. Represent.
Morgrab.
Represent. My old man's from Newcastle, and so I'm pretty sure he's from Newey.
is an Australian DJ and producer. I thought he was from the UK. I apologise. He's from Newcastle. He's 31 years old. He was born in 1994. That's my bad.
Yeah, and More Grab, shout out you. You are a gangster, and I absolutely love your music. So I want to play at least Foxes by More Grab and maybe one other, but I feel like we can't have this discussion around electronic music to us in the last 20 years and how it's evolved without talking about More Grab, because More Grab, what he's done in the last 5 years, I think is the groundwork for the Ketamars of the world and all this new resurgence of this different type of electronic music. And I'm a huge fan, so there'll be some More Grab in there again. And More Grab, if you're hearing this anywhere, brother, I love you. You're the best. Keep it up, man.
I reckon that's us. Thanks again for everyone that wrote in, apart from she who shall not be named, Georgina von Marburg. You can get we'll beat that. Thanks so much for tuning in. As you guys already know, Chris Maston, next week's episode, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be fun. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's some of Tom's favourite house music. Bye for now.